Hey guys, I'm Jason Kreidman with Dad University. In this video, we're going to be going over a few self-compassion exercises that you can do. If you're not familiar with self-compassion, then you first want to make sure you watch parts 1 and 2 of this 3-part video series. Then you'll understand what self-compassion is and why it's so important to have it as a father. While I can't guarantee that you'll be floating on air by the end of this video, I can tell you that from my own personal experience, practicing self-compassion has improved my mood and my overall well-being. Now, research has shown that those who are more compassionate to themselves tend to be happier, more motivated, have higher life satisfaction, better physical health, less anxiety, less depression, more confidence, better relationships, and are more resilient. Sounds pretty good to me. Before I get into the self-compassion exercises, I did want to let you know about our Dad University membership. You get complete, unlimited access to all of our courses, our videos, our private Q&A, and more. The cost is pay what feels good, so you get to decide what you want to pay. Visit daduniversity.com to learn more. There are numerous self-compassion exercises and practices available. Now, 2 leading experts in the field, Dr. Kristine Neff and Dr. Germer, have created workshops on self-compassion and authored books together. Their perspective websites, which I'll link below, offer many different exercises and practices on self-compassion. Many of the self-compassion exercises are guided meditations that take a bit longer than we have for this video. I wanted to share with you 5 quick exercises that you can do to practice being more compassionate towards yourself. While these all combined can be one great exercise, I found that even doing each one of them in parts by themselves was helpful. Number 1, acknowledge that you are suffering. Us men usually don't like to admit that we're having trouble. The first part of having compassion, whether that's for somebody else or for yourself, is the idea of seeing that they're suffering and acknowledging it. So it's important for you to acknowledge your suffering, and you might say something like, "I'm really struggling right now with being a dad," or "Being a father, it's really hard for me," or "I'm hurting, and this parenting thing is difficult." Even just the acknowledgement is powerful, and it's a start. It will begin moving you forward towards having more self-compassion. After you have acknowledged that you are suffering, then you can do the second item on the list. Number 2, recognize that you are not alone in your suffering. When you are suffering or struggling, you have to know that it is part of the human condition. We all struggle. Some people hide it much better than others, but everyone experiences struggles. Especially when you are a new father. You think that you are the only one experiencing this, and that everyone else has their stuff together. They don't. But the feeling of being alone in your struggle is horrible. But you don't have to feel this way. Understand that everyone has struggles. When you realize that what you are experiencing is normal, and so many other people go through the same thing, that can help ease your anxiety, stress, or other negative feelings that you may have. And you are not alone. Number 3, the friend test. This is a technique that I have used in other parts of my life since I was a child. My mother used to say to me that if you're looking for advice and you're not sure what to do, pretend a close friend comes to you with that same question. How would you answer it? We often give others better advice and more loving responses than we would give to ourselves. And this is the same with compassion. If a close friend was suffering, what would you do? Well, likely you would provide compassion to them. So when you're in a situation in which you are suffering or hurting, ask yourself, what would I do if my close friend told me that they were feeling this way right now? And then the key is doing for yourself what you would have done for your friend. Number 4, be kind and loving to yourself. Once you've acknowledged that you are suffering, take the action of being kind and loving towards yourself. Maybe it's some kind words like, "I'm here for you," or "I care about you," or "I forgive you," or even "I love you." While at first it can seem a little strange that you're saying these words to yourself, but the words that we say to ourselves are powerful, and they do have an impact. Or maybe put your hand over your heart. Just as you might put your arm over your friend's shoulder and comfort them. Our own touch can be healing the same way that it's healing for somebody else. The important thing here is that instead of judgment and criticism, you are learning to be kind and loving to yourself. Number 5, picture yourself as a child. While this has similarities to the friend test that I mentioned, The idea here is to picture yourself specifically as a child going through the feelings that you're having. If a child told you all of the negative feelings that they were having, like guilt, shame, or embarrassment, or whatever negative feelings you had, would you tell them that they weren't good enough or that they should have done something better? No, you wouldn't say anything negative to them. Well, at least I sure hope you wouldn't. You would treat the child with love and kindness. This is the same love and kindness that you will be giving to yourself. You know, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your stories of self-compassion. I invite you to try one or more of these exercises and let me know how it goes. How did you feel? Was there any difference? Leave your feedback in the comment section below. You know, change doesn't happen overnight, but if you stick with these practices of self-compassion and do these exercises, you will begin to feel better and live happier. If you want to learn how to become a member of Dad University, be sure to visit daduniversity.com. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click on that notification bell so you know when our videos are uploaded. If you know anyone that might enjoy or benefit from this video, please share it with them. We'll see you next time.